Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. This video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number DFF4. This is a box of 25 hinge fillers. The DFF4 is only sold in a box of 25 pieces, weighs 7 pounds. It is going to include 25 hinge fillers along with a bag of screws. First, your bag of screws are going to be prime coat to match the fillers naturally. Let's take a look at a filler. They're all in slip sleeves, which is nice. Very common size, the 1 5/8 size. 4.5 inch and 5/8. This is going to be very appropriate for frame applications where you need to fill a steel frame. The frame would be, the rabbet would be prepped for an 1 3/4 thick door. You're going to have your 4.5 inch hinge prep, which is going to be appropriate for an 1 5/8 width in the frame. You can, make these work on some doors as well. At 1 5/8. It may not be appropriate for, it's not going to be appropriate really for handed hollow metal doors where they'll have the typical 1/4 inch back set, and it wouldn't be appropriate really for universal square edge doors because it's not 1 3/4 thick. So you're going to see this one for frames primarily, and that's very common to sell the 1 5/8 size because what you end up having is doors that will have continuous hinges put on them, and the clients will want the frames covered up for that hinge prep. You see that very often. Or what they've done is they've literally removed the door from the space and will leave the frame and just blank out those hinge locations. So that's what that's for. The location of these holes is going to be exactly perfect for a template pattern. I believe it's 3.4 inch if my... No, I'm not. That's not correct. Oh, forgive me. The center line is about 3 13/16. About 3 13/16 from the center line here to the center line here. They're oval slotted countersunk holes to give you the positioning that you need. And of course the thickness is going to be, it ought to be the same thickness as a hinge, which would be a standard weight hinge is what this is for, 134 thousandths. Let's take a look. The caliper says that this is 143 thousandths thick, 0.143. So that would work out really well for you. When you buy one, you are literally buying a box of 25. Please do keep that in mind with all the screws, therefore 50 screws. Now, there is a link below this video to a document called Product Brochure where you can review filler plates from Rockwood. That document is handy because if you are at all exposed in your line of work to hollow metal doors and frames, it's likely just a matter of time before you're going to need a filler plate, so this document is helpful. Obviously, the DFF4 is going to be common for the frame hinge fillers. When you get over to the DHF4S, that's going to be that 1 3/4 width. That's going to work out really well for those non-handed doors. But also what you're going to have are 5-inch preps, which are handy, and I was stammering because I was looking for the 1.5 inch wide, which would be for your handed door, the DHF4B. So really what they have here are those 3 widths for 4.5 inch. They've got the 1.5 inch, for 5 inch, they've got 1.5 inch and 1 3/4. They're also going to be able to help you naturally with the 86 edge, that 8-inch prep in the edge. They're going to be able to help you with flush bolt fillers, strike plate fillers, door edge fillers, T-strike fillers, 2 1/8 hole fillers, whether it is going to be just a typical 2 1/8 hole or the smaller 1.5 inch if you needed to blank those out. And then, of course, deadbolt strike fillers, which are 2 3/4 tall. So not every filler in the world, I suppose, is possible here, but Rockwood has sure hit all of the important filler plates, and that offering that they have there is quite comprehensive. Speaking of quite comprehensive, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up the entire Rockwood trim and auxiliary line, a very comprehensive offering of trim and auxiliary hardware, door stops and kick plates and push and pull hardware. The name Rockwood is synonymous with high quality trim and auxiliary and has been for decades. When you use Rockwood, you're going to experience industry-wide acceptance, industry-wide familiarity, but also on that manufacturer's page you'll be able to pull up the entire Rockwood architectural door pull catalog. If you've ever walked into a bank or a restaurant or maybe a home that's got a 5-foot, 7-foot long door pull attached to a door, maybe something that's 12-inch, it very likely came from Rockwood. All those architectural pulls will be in stainless, architectural metals, wood, leather wrapped, a variety of items. Rubber wrapped as well, like a Santoprene covering over stainless material. Exquisite furniture quality hardware. If you have any questions on the Rockwood box of 25 DFF4 inch and 5/8 hinge fillers for frames or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. Thank you.